The ancient city of Nuran was famous for its lights. The lamps here were not ordinary lamps. They burned with people's hopes. Each lamp was lit by a prayer, a dream, or a memory. It was said that as long as these lamps burned, no darkness would overcome the city. But in a corner of the city, where the walls were broken and the streets were silent, there was a place where no lamps burned. There lived a shadow weaver. People were afraid to even mention her name. Children did not cross that path after dusk. The elders said that the woman talked to shadows, weaving darkness like threads and changing fates. But no one knew that behind this darkness lay a broken heart, from light to darkness. There was a time when this woman's name was Elia. She was the brightest girl in Nuran, not only in face, but also in soul. She had natural magic in her hands. She touched the flame of the lamps and filled them with new colors. People called her the daughter of light. Elia's most precious relationship was her younger brother, Leon. Leon was afraid of the dark, and Elia would light a new lamp for him every night. She would say, "As long as there is light, there is no place for fear." Then that night came, the night of celebration. Thousands of lamps were lit in the city. Elia decided to try a new spell, a spell that would make light immortal forever. But the spell turned out to be more powerful than she intended. The light went out of control, became a flame, and in an instant everything turned to ashes. When the smoke cleared, Leon was gone. Elia's screams were buried in the lamps. The city did not forgive her. But more than that, Elia never forgave herself. That night she left the city, turning her back on the light towards the darkness. The birth of the shadow weaver. Years passed. Elia learned to live in the dark. She discovered that shadows could speak. They told memories. They showed pain. She began to weave shadows as if someone were putting a bandage on a wound. People began to call her the shadow weaver. She did not laugh, nor did she turn on the light. For her, life was a continuous punishment, a punishment in which she was the jailer. Then, one day, a strange child was born in the city, Soren. He was not afraid of the dark. When the lights went out, he would smile at the stars. People would say, "This child is different." One evening, Soren took the path that everyone feared. He reached the shadow weaver's door and knocked softly. "Who?" came a cold voice from inside. "Someone who is not afraid," Soren answered. The door opened, and for the first time, Elia saw not fear in a child's eyes, but curiosity. Soren asked, "Why do you live in the dark?" Elia said, "Because I am not worthy of the light." Soren fell silent, then said, "Does light burn because it is worthy, or does it just burn?" This question struck Elia like an arrow to the heart. Layers of secrets. For days, Soren came. He asked questions, listened, sometimes smiled. Slowly, Elia opened the doors to his wounds. He told her about Leon, about that night, and about his self-imposed punishment. Soren said, "If Leon were alive, would he want to see you like this?" Elia cried. After years, tears touched her darkness. The crisis of the city. Meanwhile, a silent darkness began to fall on Nuran. The lamps began to go out one by one. People panicked. Hope began to weaken. Someone whispered, "Call the shadow weaver." Elia wanted to refuse, but Soren held her hand and said, "Perhaps your darkness can save the light of this city." The magic of forgiveness. Standing on the platform, Elia did not try to control the light for the first time. She embraced the shadow. She acknowledged her guilt, but also forgave herself. At that moment, she heard Leon's voice. "Baji, I am not in the darkness. I am in your heart." Elia bowed her head and said, "I forgive myself." The lamps burned again, soft, calm, true. New light. The city learned that day that light is not just brightness, it is acceptance. Darkness is not the enemy, it is a wound that demands attention. Elia gave up the title of shadow weaver, but the shadows did not, because now she knew light and darkness together make a person complete. And in Neuron it is still said today, "He who forgives his shadow, the light itself makes a way for him."